Well, hello, Sagittarius. Hello, welcome to your mid December reading. Just so you know, I'm coming down off of sickness, so my voice is a little wonky and I may talk a little slow to catch my breath, but other than that, we are good to go. So, this is the mid December reading for you, Sagittarius. I'm doing a new spread. You might not even notice, but I notice. Okay, so let's see what we have for you, Sagittarius, mid December reading. Okay. We have Beggar in the upright, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self esteem. Hmm. This is like taking your power back to things that you refuse to see or things maybe you couldn't see. But I feel like it's more refused to see. Definitely taking power back. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Yeah, that's you standing in your own power, Sagittarius. Yeah. So, yeah, it's about taking power back for sure, okay? So, let's get into your spread. We have Door to Value, Healer of Ages, Angels in All Four Directions. Okay, we have Judgment, Page of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Empress, Eight of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands, Five of Swords. Fog, Veiled, Talking Stick, and Ego Communication. Okay. There's a lot of speak your mind energy in here, Sagittarius. Okay. So, right off the back, right in the center, the Eight of Wands. This is movement. This is change. It's interesting because it just talks about movement. It's like it's time for there to be movement, whether it's yours or you following how have just unfolded. It's like not trying, I'm going to give this example, not trying to beg for someone's attention or have them respect you the way that you need to be respected, but it's about standing strong in what you believe. And, it's like how you treat yourself, other people would treat you, like that type of thing. So I feel like you're making a lot of changes, but these are good changes. It's like you're starting to make those changes for yourself, like being honest about who you are, who you want to be, what you allow yourself to be privy to or participate in. I feel like there's a lot of that, not wanting to repress that, not being so overly patient that you don't listen to your own sixth sense, your own spirit, your own desires, your own intuition, making the choice to listen to your intuition about maybe a person, because I'm feeling like a person or a situation. Yeah, you deserve to be happy, Sagittarius. I see that. And it's very much like it may hurt now, but in the long run, it'll be a better choice for you. Okay. So this seems to be about a person, I see. Okay. You've definitely made some choices on how you want to live your life. You've had to call some people out, you've had to call some situations out, and really see it for what it is, and not how you would prefer it to be, but how things really are, like being honest with yourself. Um, it's like you had to put up boundaries with people, with situations in your life, especially when it comes to money situations or giving too much of your time to those who don't need it. What's interesting is I feel like your intuition has been telling you this for quite some time, right? But what's new is you're deciding to sort of lift up the fog of obligation and start making those moves and taking those steps for yourself. So that's where you are now. Oh, yeah. Um, you're making choices based on what you believe now, and not to look good in other people's eyes, not falling for other people's pity parties. You're definitely doing what nurtures you and maybe your children and your home. What's You're making choices based on yourself, and not in an egotistical narcissistic kind of way, but like, I'm not going to give my last dollar to my sister when I need to pay my rent, something like that. So I do feel like as soon as you start taking care of yourself, as soon as you start spending money maybe on yourself or your children or your home, I feel like this impacts others in a way. Um, it's more like, what about me? Yeah, it's like other people are like, what about me? I see you doing all this for yourself, but you told me you didn't have money to give me for this. Mm, I see that happening. And this is the time where you're going to have to stand up for yourself. And this is the time where you're going to have to say, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not being a part of this. Yeah, I feel someone's going to make you feel bad and maybe start an argument. And I feel like that's what you've been trying to avoid, Sagittarius. But you can't avoid it because you're standing up for yourself, you know? Um, I also see you making a choice to see that a relationship wasn't good for you. And it might be this person, it may be a different person, okay? But it's like a relationship, a connection was not really good for you. And once you took a moment to spend time on yourself, I don't know whether you had to do um, extra work or some, it's like you had to spend time apart, maybe to focus on something else, and you're starting to see things more clearly. So that's a positive. Your spirit guides are definitely here supporting you during this. um, you're going to find that you can be happy with what it is that you have. Where you thought, oh, if I get rid of this or I let something go, it's going to be tragic. It's not going to be as tragic as you think it is. If anything, I feel like the burdens of what was happening in this situation or with this person are going to fall to the side. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. You also need to be able to speak up, speak your mind the way that you should. And don't feel bad. This feels like an emotional tug, like someone is trying to emotionally tug at you or be like, well, this is the reason why you should. Yeah. There's a feeling of wanting to help others. There's a feeling of wanting to be supportive and nice and nurturing to other people's care, but they're not using it correctly, or they're taking your kindness for weakness. And that isn't going to be good in the long term or the long run. Okay. So let's break down some things. I see you spending money on yourself, on things that you wanted. Maybe you're just buying stuff you saw off of TikTok ads. You buy new makeup. You go into sales. I see you buying things. You may be buying Christmas presents because I see you buying things for other people as well. But it's just, there's a difference in how you're doing it. It doesn't feel like an obligation. It doesn't feel like you're spending money or giving money to someone. It feels like you're doing it from the kindness of your heart. This is something that you want to do. That's what I see you doing with your money. You're deciding to nurture relationships that can be nurtured. Ones that can actually grow in a healthy way, not just because you feel like you have to support someone, or you feel someone has defeated you enough to just give the money or whatever it is. I feel like you're strong enough to know, like, I'm going to give my energy to something that can grow, to someone who wants it, right? You've learned from the decisions that you've made in the past that you want to be happy. And I do see in the future that you will be happy emotionally with someone. What's interesting is I do feel like both of you are going to go through some emotional ups and downs to get there, but you will be happy. Eventually, you two will figure out how to work together. Okay, because you'll want to stay together. But yeah, you're keeping your money to yourself, you're keeping your time to yourself, you're using it wisely. It's one of those things where if someone starts to pull at your heartstrings, or you fall too fast, you take a step back to assess. I don't I feel like you're waiting before you make heavy decisions or say yes to something. And that's good. I feel like that it's a normal amount of perseverance. It's like you're learning how to deal with adversity in situations like this. Yeah, this month feels like a lot of work. You may have a lot of parties to go to. You may have a lot of things coming up. I feel like you're going to be tired, but you're dealing with what's going on. It's very much like I may be tired, but I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. I'm going to do what needs to be done. I can do it. I'm strong. It's like you're integrating everything you learned into practical steps that you can use. So let's see what Spirit's message is for you. Let me move these little guys out of the way. Okay, we have a win-win outcome as the forecast. Yeah, like I'm saying, for you, Sagittarius, your energy feels very, very good. It does. I just feel like there's some adjustment, like there's a rebirth happening here to balance the scales. So You're not always being stepped over, or you can see your worth, you know? So then we have the sun, which is beautiful. It talks about success, it talks about happiness, it talks about the aha moment. I feel like it all starts to click for you what needs to be done. And like I said, there goes the practical steps, putting it into real life application. And yeah, the thing about this is the mice tells me that you're going to have to utilize this several times this month, right? So you need to stand up for what you believe in, and make sure that you are holding those purse strings tight when it comes to other people, you know, and your time and your energy, because you have things to do as well. You can't go around saving everybody and making yourself all tired out and poor. Okay. So, so this is just like, you're going to have to utilize this many times throughout this half of the month. Okay. But Sagittarius, I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Okay. Bye bye.